Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to be going back to division. And today we are going to be dividing 3 digits by 1. So the very first problem says 1,243 divided by 4. So if we were to write a number sentence, this would say 1,243 divided by 4 equals my quotient. So remember, when we're dividing, right now we're practicing the standard algorithm. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my house. Inside the house, we are going to write the large number, which is our dividend, 1,243. And I do like to space the numbers apart. Outside the house, it'll be a 4. And remember, we put the times because we're going to be multiplying. So following the steps, we have dad, mom, sister, baby brother. So dad comes first. Dad stands for divide. So I have 1 digit, so I'm only going to look at 1 digit. How many times can the 4 go into 1? Well, we know that there's no number, or the 4 cannot go into 1. So we're going to ask the neighbor, and we're going to regroup. So that's going to make a 12. And we're going to divide. 4 divided by 12. How many times can the 4 go into the 12? We actually know that that is 3. So I'm going to write a 3. Notice that the 3, I placed it on top of the 2 and not the 1 because we had regrouped. So we don't have 1, we have 12. So I put that number on top. So now I'm going to go to step number 2, which means to multiply. So I'm going to say 4 times 3. What does that give me? That equals to 12. So I write it down. Next step says to subtract. 12 minus 12 equals 0. Now the B stands for bring down. So we're going to bring down the next digit, which will be a 4. So we're going to bring it all the way down. So we have the 4. So we're going to go ahead and divide again. And we're going to ask ourselves, how many times can the 4 go inside the 4? We know that 4 times 1 is 4. So I just divide it. So now I'm going to multiply. Remember, we had 4 times, we have 1. That equals to 4. And we write it down. Now we're going to subtract 4 minus 4. That equals to 0. The next step says to bring down the next digit, which is going to be the 3. And we're going to divide again. Can the 4 go inside the 3? Actually, we know it can't, so I write it down. Now we multiply. 4 times 0 equals 0. Subtract 3 minus 0, 3. Bring down. Is there anything else to bring down? No. So the 3 becomes remainder 3. So let's check our work. To check our work, we're going to take 310 and we're going to multiply by 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 1 is 4. And 4 times 3 is 12. We did have a remainder 3. So I'm going to add the 3. 3 plus 0 is 3. 4 plus nothing is 4. 2 plus nothing is 2. And 1 plus nothing is 1. Did we have the same number? The same dividend? Yes, we did. So that means my answer is 310, remainder 3. I'm going to go ahead and do one more. I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. That says 1,093 divided by 5. A lot of students have problem dividing when it has 1,093 and you see the 0 here. So make sure you're paying attention to this problem. I'm going to write a number sentence. Well, that will be 1093 divided by 5 equals my quotient. Remember the big number, my dividend, goes inside the house. And I do like to space out my numbers. And we are dividing by 5. So remember, dad, mom, sister, baby brother, or dirty monkey smell bad. We're going to divide first. So how many times can the 5 go inside the 1? Actually, we cannot. So I am going to regroup. So now I have 10. Can the 5 go inside the 10? Actually, yes. 2 times. Notice that I'm putting the 2 on top of the 0 and not the 1. So now we're going to multiply. 5 times 2 equals 10. Write it down. Subtract. 10 minus 10 equals 0. Bring down. The next number to bring down would be the 9. So now we have 9. And we're going to go back to dividing. How many times can the 5 go inside 9? Actually, only 1 time. Right? 5 times 1 is 5. So we're going to put a check mark for division, and now we're going to multiply. 5 times 1 equals 5. Write it down. Subtract. 9 minus 5 equals 4. Bring down. I'm going to bring the last digit, which is going to be the 3. So now I have 43. We're going to divide again. How many times can the 5 go into 43? 5 times 9 is 45. That is too big. So I'm going to use the one before, which will be 5 times 8. That will be 40. So now I'm going to multiply. 5 times 8 equals 40. Make sure to write it down. Subtract. 43 minus 40 is 3. And we bring down. There is no other number to bring down. So the 3 becomes remainder 3. Let's go ahead and check our answer. So we have 218 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. 5 times 1 is 5. And 4 is 9. 5 times 2 is 10. Remember, we had a remainder 3. So I'm going to add it. 3 plus 0 is 3. 9 plus nothing is 9. 0 plus nothing is 0. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So notice that we got the same dividend. Now you have 2 more problems to practice. Notice that both of our answers, when we're dividing by 4 numbers, by 4 digits, we're getting 3 digits in our answer. If you notice, the same thing for this one. Make sure to check your work by multiplying, doing the